Hello and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching. We are at IT Expo today, IT Expo West 2010 at the Los Angeles Convention Center South Hall. On our program is Ted Nitka. He is the Director of Business Development at Spiceworks. Ted, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
So I've done a few interviews with your colleagues, and I've used your product, so I'm familiar with it. But for the viewers that are watching for the first time, give us an overview, please.
Yeah, what Spiceworks has done is we've taken IT management applications to a new level. There used to just be point products out there to help IT managers manage their network environments. And what we've done is we've integrated those into a single tool and built in a community aspect as well. So therefore, it's not an IT manager out there on his own, but he's got robust community surrounding him. He's got all the tools at his fingertips. And then we took it one step further and said, we're not going to make you pay for it. We're going to give it away for free. And what we want to do is we want to make IT personal again.
So by making it, okay, so the last comment that you made, making it personal, is that's a slogan for the company, or is that part of what your company mission is?
No, I think that's more part of our company mission. Our slogan for the company is everything IT. Really what we want to do is get rid of the concept of you've got to have multiple panes of glass to manage all the different aspects of your environment. What we also want to do is we want to make IT personal from two angles, if you will. First angle is internal to the organization. We're coming out with things such as what we call people view. You manage assets in an environment, but those assets belong to people that work there. And if we can provide that single pane that says, hey, Ted Nitka has a computer, a phone, an iPhone, he consumes bandwidth, runs applications, and you can see that across me as a person. Now we've actually changed the nature and the dynamic of running that IT environment. So he can go in and he can look at it and say, let's reset Ted's password, let's make sure that he's got balanced storage of his stuff that he's backing up, let's move it offsite into the cloud if needed, all by looking at me rather than a bunch of different devices and trying to get around. Then externally, how we're making it personal is the IT guy used to sit in the back room by himself working and had to be a master of everything, had to know it all. And what we've done is we've changed that and said, let's get you along with your peers in a broad community around the globe of users that can help you do your job more efficiently. You don't have to know everything. There are other people out there that like to help you. Let's get you interacting with them.
Right. And so your go-to-market strategy, how is that? What are you guys doing there?
Our go-to-market strategy is pretty simple. We do a lot of SEM, SEO advertising to find the people out there looking for the tools to help them answer their needs and their frustrations on their job. And since we don't charge for the application, all you have to do is visit Spiceworks, and in 5 minutes or less, you can download it, start running it. And one of the things we want to be able to do is in that 5 minutes, have you see the value it can add. Because out of the box, if it's not going to add value, if you've got to struggle through a setup process or a configuration process, you're not going to be happy. You've got 5,000 other tasks on your plate. We want to make sure that you can see that this free product can add value to your day in that first 5 minutes that you download it.
And so the revenue model is advertising, right?
Yes.
Is there an option in case you're looking for a premium version without ads?
Well, we wouldn't necessarily call it a premium version without ads. What we call it is an ad-free version. So certain companies have rules, regulations that they can't have ads. For a modest fee per month of about $50, somebody can say, you know what, I don't want the ad model. Can you strip them out? And we call it kind of my way. Only a few percentage of our users actually use that model. For the most part, they like the advertising that we bring to them because we make sure that it's relevant and contextual. It's only going to be related around products and services in the IT arena that they can actually benefit from. You're not going to see a car ad. You're not going to see a game ad. Those are things that we consciously have stayed away from because we want to make sure that everything IT is embedded in the lifeblood of Spiceworks.
It seems like you've got tremendous information about what an IT department has in its office. So if you know that there's 500 HP printers, you may have an idea that there's some HP toner needs. Is that a correct comment?
Well, we're very careful about the privacy of our users. That's a number one priority for our users. Is we don't want to violate that trust.
I understand.
So in an anonymous and aggregate manner, yes, we do have some information on our users, but most of that is kept within their own environments the way the application runs. But what we do have is the ability to, through the cloud and through our ad server, bring them information on HP printers or bring them information about toner, so that if and when they do see that in their environment, they can actually marry that up with, hey, I need more ink for my printer, and we will enable that transaction for them.
Okay, so that's the next step. Is that the next step for your company, is to go into more of these sorts of services, like enabling products to be purchased, not just advertising, but?
Yes, that's absolutely. We've actually kicked off a couple great relationships thus far. We're working with Dell as an example on warranty renewals. So we've worked with Dell to actually be able to, at the client site within their environment, pull information down from Dell on the warranty status, and we're enabling that transaction that says, do you want to renew this warranty? The same thing with Rackspace. If you want to host your email in the cloud and you want to get it off-site and get rid of Exchange servers and all the requisite licenses and other things that you keep in the environment, we are going to enable that transaction for you. And then we're going to embed that functionality right in Spiceworks. Again, what we want to do is integrate that to make it a seamless experience rather than a disjointed one that you have to manage through multiple products.
Well, it's very exciting, and it's it's a very logical business process or business model expansion, and you're helping your customers at the same time, right?
Absolutely. What we want to do is we're always focused on the customer, and we only build the features and functionalities that they come back and ask us for. We have what we call a little community that goes in around people doing feature requests, and then they can get voted up or down, and the ones that the most users ask for are the ones that we go out and develop, because we don't want to suppose that we know all the answers.
And how many developers do you have?
We have, I just don't know at this point. I think we've got somewhere in the neighborhood of less than 50 and more than 20.
Okay.
We're still a very small company.
That's a good range. Well, that's a good number of developers.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got that many people working for you, and at the same time, you're offering a service which if companies don't go to you, they're going to have to pay a significant amount of money. So you're giving them a good service, and
yes,
lots of developers there, and I've used it in the past, and I was happy with it. So I've seen it. And that was years ago, before you've probably put in 100 improvements. That was a few years ago.
We've got some great new improvements coming out.
First time I learned about it. So, well, thanks for being on the program.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the time.
Yeah.
Good to see you.